Reinhardt, Miss Flick here, and today I want to talk to you about folk instruments. Folk instruments are instruments that are very popular in one certain area or culture. That means there may be some folk instruments that are very popular in one country or culture, but not necessarily as popular in another country or part of the world. Folk instruments are also instruments that can be in the woodwind, brass, percussion, or string families, but they're not necessarily found in the orchestra. If you find a folk instrument in the orchestra, in general, it's most likely going to be in the percussion family. There is one instrument in the orchestra that's a very popular instrument for folk music in the United States. Do you have any idea what it might be? So what are the different folk instruments? Well, let's take a look at a few of them. I bet some of them you've heard of before. This folk instrument is an accordion. The accordion comes from Germany, and it sounds like this. This instrument is from Scotland. It's called the bagpipes, and it sounds like this. This box-shaped drum is called a cajon, and it's from Peru. This is what a cajon sounds like. The djembe is a drum that originated from West Africa, and here's what it sounds like. The harmonica is a popular instrument in many styles of music, particularly the blues. It was developed in early 19th century Europe and based on instruments that had already existed in China. The sitar is a plucked string instrument that comes from India. Take a listen. another example of a folk instrument that you would find in the string family. It originated in North America and the Caribbean and derived from instruments from West Africa. Here's what the banjo sounds like. Two other folk instruments that you may be familiar with are the guitar and the ukulele. The word guitar has been used in many languages throughout history to describe a number of different instruments that have long necks and strings. A 3,300-year-old carving of a person playing a guitar-like instrument is the oldest iconic representation that has been found. The ukuleles were developed in Portugal and made popular in Hawaii with the help of King Kalea-Kaua, a patron of the arts. The Appalachian dulcimer, or sometimes just called the dulcimer, is a fretted stringed instrument that originated in the Appalachian Mountain region of the United States. Here's an example of the Appalachian Mountain dulcimer. The didgeridoo is an instrument that is native to Australia and was developed at least 1,000 years ago. It's played using wind and vibrating lips. Does that sound like another instrument family we've talked about? Here's an example of what a didgeridoo sounds like. Earlier, I mentioned that there was one instrument that's in the orchestra that is also a very popular folk instrument in the United States. Were you able to figure out which one it is? It's the fiddle, or you may know it as the violin. The fiddle is often used in folk music to add color to the music. So that's it. That's folk instruments. Next time you're listening to music, really listen to see if you hear any folk instruments in there. Maybe you already know a song that uses folk instruments. All right, y'all keep making music and don't forget to have Do, Re, Mi, Fa. So much fun. Bye.